his betrothed bride, Antigone, fiercely grieving the cheating of his marriage bed?
Soon we'll know more than the seers. Son, having heard the official decree for your intended bride, you haven't come to rage against your father, have you? Or are we dear to you no matter what we do?
Father, I am yours. You guide me straight when you have the best judgment, and that I will follow. To me, no marriage would be worth more than your good direction.
Yes, you must always hold that in your heart and stand behind your father's judgment in every way. For that reason, men pray to have attentive sons, so that, like their fathers, they may pay back an enemy with evil and honor a friend. What else could you say about a man who plants worthless children, but that he harbors labor for himself and laughter for his enemies? Now, son, never throw out your good sense just for the pleasure of a woman, knowing that it becomes a cold embrace, an evil wife for a bedmate at home. What could be a greater ulcer than an evil spouse? Spit her out as an enemy. Let her go to Hades and marry someone. I caught her in open defiance, she alone of all citizens. I will not make myself a liar before the city. I will kill her. Let her sing about her Zeus, god of kindred blood. If I nurtured disorder in my own family, how much more so in others? But whoever is dutiful in his own household will also appear just in the city. And that man, I am confident, would rule well, or be willing to be ruled. When posted in a storm of spears, he would remain a just and good comrade in arms. But who oversteps the laws and assaults them, or thinks to command his rulers, he may never win praise from me. Whoever the state appoints must be obeyed in little things, in justice, and its opposite. For there is no greater evil than anarchy. Anarchy destroys states, overturns houses. It causes allied forces to erupt in flight. But when those forces succeed, it is obedience that saves lives. Thus, one must always defend order and never be less than a woman. Better to be felled by a man, if need be, than be called weaker than women.
If the passage of time hasn't deceived us, you seem to speak sensibly.
Father, I believe God's produced good sense in men, which is the highest of all possessions. I couldn't say, may I never be able to say that you speak amiss. Yet, alternate paths may turn out well too. Look, I'm in the habit of looking out for you in everything anyone says, or does, or faults. Your eye is terrifying for citizens in speaking words you don't delight in hearing. Yet I can hear things under darkness. How the city weeps for this girl, of all women, most undeserving to perish, most evilly for the most noble deeds. Who her brother, fallen in bloody battle, didn't leave him unburied, or to be destroyed by some flesh-eating dogs or some other birds of prey? Is she not worthy to win golden honor? Yet the dark rumor silently spreads. I have no possession more valuable than your good welfare. For what adornment is greater for children than a father's thriving glory, or for a father than his sons? Don't set one standard for yourself alone, for whatever you say is correct, and nothing else. But whoever thinks that they alone contain good sense and speech or spirit, which no other has, when opened up, is found to be a blank tablet. No, even if a man is wise, there's no shame in learning many things and not being too rigid. By the winter-swollen streams, you see which trees bend and save even their twigs. But the stiff are destroyed root and branch. For when a man in power keeps taut at his ship's riggings and yields not a bit, he overturns the ship and navigates upside down. Relax your anger. Let yourself change. If any judgment can come from me, a younger man, I say it is best by far for that man to be naturally full of all knowledge. But if not, as is nature's usual way, when someone speaks, it is good to learn.
King, it is suitable for you if he says something opportune to learn, and you, Haemon, from him, since both have spoken wisely.
Can even men of such an age be taught wisdom by a man of such an age?
About nothing unjust. If I'm young, one must not look at years more than facts.
Respecting rebels is facts.
Oh, no, I would urge no one to respect the wicked.
But wasn't she seized by just such a disease?
All the people of Thebes deny it.
Must the public tell me what I command?
Don't you see you're talking like an adolescent?
Must someone other than myself tell me how to rule this land?
The public is not the same as one man.
Is the state not considered the rulers?
You would rule a desert well alone.
He, it seems, is allied with the woman.
No, only if you are the woman. My concern is for you.
By accusing your father, you scoundrel!
Yes, because I see you erring against justice.
I err against my own authority?
You don't respect it. You're trampling all over the gods' honors.
Foul creature, inferior to a woman!
At least you won't catch me subject to something so shameful.
Yet all your words are for her.
For you, and for me, and the gods below.
She won't be alive for you to marry.
Then she will die, and in dying you will destroy another.
What does your daring proceed to threat?
What threats to speak against your empty judgment?
You will regret lecturing me as you are empty of sense yourself.
If you weren't my father, I'd say you lack good sense.
You woman slave, don't cajole me.
Do you wish to speak, but never listen?
What? By Olympus, you listen here! You will not abuse me with reproaches and rejoice! Bring the hated thing in now, so that right now, before his eyes and in his presence, she can die beside her bridegroom!
No, not in front of me! Never think that! She will not be killed beside me, and you will never set eyes on my face again! Rave on! Live with whatever king you are still willing!
Your son, King, stormed out in anger. A young heart grieves hard.
Let him go. Let him act more arrogant than he should, but he will not save these women from their fate.
Do you really intend on killing both of them?
No, not the one who didn't touch him. You speak wisely.
How do you plan on killing the other one? What is her fate?
By taking her to a deserted path, away from the people, and placing her in a rocky cavern, setting out enough food so as to avoid a curse, so Thebes escapes all blame, and there, praying to Hades, the only god that she reveres, perhaps she won't happen to die. At least, she will learn that it is a waste of labor to revere Hades.